What's up, good people? This is D. Marie again. Listen, I gotta talk to y'all today about something that boils my blood every time we talk about it at school and in the shop. Cutting the wave out. Oh my God, the treacherous cutting the wave out. If you cut my hair against the grain, what are you gonna do? You're gonna cut my wave out. My God, we have to fix this mentality, people. This is not theoretically sound. It just doesn't even make sense. Let me tell you why. Can we talk about it finally? My God, it kills me, man. It kills me. Let me show you why you can't cut the wave out of somebody's hair. Well, it's not true. You can cut it short enough so that you cannot see the wave, but the wave will always come back. It's a natural occurrence. It's gonna show back up. If your barber cuts your hair too short, he can cut it underneath the wave, which is the problem. But cutting against the grain or with the grain is not gonna determine if you cut the hair too short. Let me explain to you why. All right, this is one of my pet peeves, so I get all worked up about it. It's just like, ooh. So if I get a little passionate today, it's a good thing. Don't worry about it. All right, let me explain to you what the wave is and how you can or cannot cut it out, okay? Cool. So a wave is just a curl. This is the scalp. It's a lumpy scalp. That's the scalp, right? Let's fix it. Because he had a brain surgery. It's all right. It's not uncommon. All right. So less lumpy scalp, right? So this is just scalp. A wave is simply a curl that has been trained to lay down. Decide. Make sense? Cool. So every wave has two parts, at least two parts. It depends on who you ask. But the high point of the wave is called the crest. Okay? I'm going to do a little theory with you before I break it down so that you can understand all the way what I'm saying. The low point of the curl is called a trough. Weird word. Like rough with a T. T-rough, trough. Okay? You guys get that? Crest is the high point. Trough is the low point. If you cut hair with the grain, the problem here is that you're going to ride over the scalp and cut only the crests off. It's going to leave a very uneven haircut because what ends up happening is that the high points all get cut off, and then the low points are very long compared to the crest, right? Because the crest is gone. So the hair that's here is very short. The hair that's here is very long. So you get this really uneven, patchy looking haircut. And I don't care if somebody says that they like it like that or that's how my barber always does it. It's a bad haircut. I'm going to just tell you the truth. It's a bad haircut. If you take the same hair, laying down on the scalp, right? You cut it against the grain. That's going to go this way. If it's growing this way, this is my grain. I'm going to cut it this way. I'm going to go against the grain. Y'all didn't see that? And we're back. Great. So you're gonna cut it this way. You're gonna cut it again. I think I'm gonna leave that in. I'm not even gonna edit it out. So if you cut this way, you cut against the grain. What you end up doing is picking this hair up the way it naturally lays in the curl, and you cut it all at an even place. just like that. Okay, so then no matter if it's a crest or a trough, it doesn't matter where it is in the growth cycle. It's all, or not in the growth cycle, sorry, but in the wave, it doesn't matter where it falls in the wave. It's all getting picked up and cut to the same length. So then when you brush it back down and you lay it down into this wave pattern, it's nice, smooth, and consistent. Cutting waves against the grain is the smoothest, most consistent way to get a well-rounded haircut. Cutting against the grain is only cutting the top of the crests off, and it leaves a very uneven, patchy looking haircut. And I can tell from a mile away if somebody cut, not literally, well, because my eyesight isn't that good, but I can tell off bat if somebody cut your hair with the grain or against the grain by the evenness of the gradation of the haircut. And what I mean by that is, does it go light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, or is it one even tone with the waves all the way around the head? I could tell a mile away. All right. The way to know if you're going to cut somebody's grain out or not is to simply measure the curl. All right. Again, here's my scalp. I'm going to look for the end of this first curl. If I cut, not the end, I'm sorry, I'm going to look for the first trough. Here's the high point. It's the crest. Here's the low point. That's the trough. We talked about that. If I cut below the trough, this hair is going to lay down and there's going to be no wave pattern to it. If I cut at the next crest, or between the trough and the next crest, when this hair lays down, it's going to have a bump to it. Okay, that's where it's going to end. This is where the wave happens, at the trough. If you can pick up the hair, determine how long you have to cut it in order to get to the trough, and not cut it shorter than that, you'll be fine. Here's a little pointer for you, okay? Really, really tightly curled, overly textured hair is going to have a very short trough. It's going to be a lot closer to the scalp than someone with a really loose wave or really relaxed texture of hair. And I don't mean relaxed as in permed. I mean relaxed as in not really activated, not very tight or kinky. Something more relaxed, like more wavy than these really tight little spirals. If somebody has little tight coils or really tight textured hair, their trough is going to be very close to the scalp and you can cut it shorter. If somebody has a nice long wave pattern and is really drawn out in big waves, then you're going to have to leave their hair longer in order to get over the trough to between the trough and the next crest. Okay, so all you have to do is pick up a guard, run it over the head, see where it falls in the wave pattern. If it's below the trough, don't cut. The hair is going to lay flat on the head. If it's between the trough and the next crest, you are good to go, baby. Go for it. Cut that even. Cut it down. All right? Very simple, straightforward information for you. Two parts of the curl. What are they? Crest, trough. High point, low point. If you cut the curl before you get to the low point, it's going to be flat. It's going to lay flat on the head because the curl isn't activated. You haven't given it enough room to go down and come back up. You cut it when it was on the way down. It's going to stay on the way down. Make sense? If you cut it after it's come down and it's on the way back, you get a wave. That's where that wave pattern comes in. It's pretty simple. Note to people who have clients that want you to cut their hair with a grain. You don't go into the doctor and say, hey, I got this problem and I'm going to tell you how to treat it, right? You go into the doctor and you say, Doc, I'm sick, this thing hurts. And then he says, you know why this thing hurts? It's because of this. So if you take this or if you do that, it'll be fixed. So barbers, in the same manner, don't let your clients tell you how to cut their hair. Like, you're the professional or semi-professional. You're watching this video to try to get information. You're educated somewhat, even if you don't have a license. You're learning. Thank you for that, right? So don't let your clients tell you that you're going to cut the wave out if you cut it with the grain or against the grain. It's completely up to you. Against the grain is going to get it more even all day, every day. But as long as you know hair and you understand curl theory and how curls move and what they're doing, you're not going to cut the wave out. Stay between the low point and the high point and you're good. Cut it so that it's long enough for the curl to come back and you're good to go. Like, come on, man. Don't make this harder than it is. And don't let your clients tell you how to be the professional, okay? You want a nice, even, smooth, all over wavy haircut? Cut that thing against the grain, please and thank you. And if you want to let them leave out patchy at the crest and dark at the trough, then by all means keep cutting against the grain. Keep cutting with the grain. Alright? Because that is a guaranteed way to get a nice uneven haircut. That's all I got for y'all today, man. It's D. Marie signing out. If you got any questions, comments, criticisms, feel free to drop them below. I'm gonna tack on a demo here in a second if I can. I gotta see if my homie's available. If not, I'll just post this the way it is and then I'll post a demo later. Cool? Alright, y'all know where to find me. D. Marie here on Instagram. Hell, Twitter. What else? Snapchat. I think I'm on the... Don't add me on Snapchat. You don't want to do that. Yeah, man. Hit me up. Questions, comments, concerns, criticisms. I would love to hear it. And drop a picture of your wave cut below and I'll be able to tell you if you cut it with the grain or against grain. Unless you just want to argue with me and then don't. Alright, y'all. Be good to each other, man. Take care of these people out here in these streets. Love your clients. Talk to your clients. Treat them well, right? They're your bread and butter. Okay? Now take care of each other. Keep learning. Keep striving for education. Keep being professional. We all about redefining barbering. Barbering redefined. That's what this education is about. So, let's get it right. Let's keep it tight. Alright, y'all? Be good to each other, man. Thanks.